Hello, welcome to the pod of Simpsons Wrestling. This time we're doing the champion circuit, and well, it's said to be the hardest one in the game, so this is gonna be a pain in the ass, I bet. Now, I could do this with Flanders, considering he is our less likable character, and the whole, resurrecting thing, but I'm sticking with Willie because Flanders' abilities kind of suck. They're not very strong and such, compared to Willie, who, by the way, weapon dropping is the best strategy I've ever seen in this game. So, let's begin our first fight, who is...
Groundskeeper Willie versus the Bumblebee Man.
I cannot stand to listen to someone with an accent.
Mira, pelirrojo, floto como mariposa, pero pico como una abeja.
Yep, we're actually reversing every single one of the unlockable characters we've already unlocked from the last two tournaments. Now, the order in who we fight is kind of random, and they're not the same as the championships unless you get very lucky. So even though he wasn't my first one, I'm not going to get the second one, which I believe was... shit, I forgot the name of him. But yeah, we're going to be dealing with Bumblebee Man first of all. I'm pretty sure you always start with a unlockable character before you continue on. Because you will have to fight all four of them. And Bumblebee Man is as annoying as he's always been. So really the best option I've ever found with this fight is just drop weapons. In fact, every single fight that you'll see from now on is just me dropping weapons and maybe doing a bit of melee, which won't do much if I'm very lucky and can stun them down for a taunt letters, but outside of that, it's like we can already prove right now that using this ability that Willie has, dropping weapons everywhere, it's the best fucking thing you can do in this game. Because the AI is so stupid that they will run into these, and they will take a lot of damage from it. So, why the fuck wouldn't you? I mean, the computer already uses a lot of cheap methods throughout a lot of the fights, so why wouldn't you just abuse this sort of thing? Because that's kind of what they're asking for, really. And we also have a full taunt, so next round, using it. Of course, it's not really very useful because he'll run around. But as we've seen, trying to melee them when invincible is pointless because they'll run around, dodge you, and will not want to go anywhere near you unless they're barring as such. So, really, the best course of action is to just drop these weapons and take them down. Now, I'm sure it's possible to actually beat these championships with any other character, like Flanders or Moe, or any of the other characters you have at the get-go. In Bumblebee Man, or even Frink. That's it, Frink. But here's the thing, you don't get that. You don't get that, that sort of ability to fuck with these guys and be able to win, but I win. As you can see.
Unfurl the bagpipes and commence the tootling.
See? Commence the tootling. So yeah, I would love to see other people try to beat this game with other characters. Alright, right now, let's check out the save scene and, let's see. Yep, Willie Champion. Let that sink in. Willie Champion. Perfect name. So yeah, who's our next opponent now that we've beaten Bumblebee Man? We are fighting... How appropriate. We just fought in this fucking ring and we won, so... It is appropriate to be fighting Krusty now, so let's kick his ass next. Why not?
Groundskeeper Willie versus Krusty the Clown.
Clowns! I've not seen your kind since my days back home, when we drove them into the sea.
I'm gonna shove some Krusty brand imitation haggis product down your throat.
Oh shit, he's pissed. Well, He's really pissed off that we killed Bumblebee Man, apparently. He's really pissed off because he wants to bop the shit out of me. I have knocked him out of that phase though, thank God. Grab that. Okay. Even though, you know, that little ability he has the hammer is complete and utter bullshit sometimes, the tactic against him is the same as the last fight. Drop weapons and kick his ass. Now, for Krusty and quite a few numbers of these opponents, in this game, I found that the best course of action is mainly to stack these weapons in the middle. The reason for this is because the computer usually likes to either run around through the middle a lot, or target you and follow you. Now, for the ones that run around a lot in the middle, opponent in the middle just means they're going to always run into this shit, unless they jump over, which they rarely do sometimes. Now, as for following you, this is actually a thing that Krusty does when he does this move. He will follow you. A lot of the time he will. And this is a great opportunity to make him run straight into this pile. So, yeah. Kind of a shitty character really when it comes to avoiding this such kind of attack. Because he just can't do it. He can't dodge away from this. He just likes to run into it like an idiot. Because the AI is stupid.
You didn't think you could actually win, did you?
There you go. Let's move on to the next fight, which is against Homer. Appropriate. Because, you know, there was some scenes where Homer and Krusty, you know. Let's fight him anyway.
Groundskeeper Willie versus Homer Simpson.
You're starting to get on my nerves, you knock-kneed lily-livered loser! I'll teach you to interrupt me while I'm watching a food channel.
Don't you dare interrupt Homer on his fucking food channel. That's just mean. That's just rude and mean. You don't know when he's watching the food channel. God. Who does that? Who fucking does that? Who interrupts him during the food channel? I'll beat the shit out of him doing that anyway. This is going to be our last fight against Homer, sadly, as well as all the other characters, considering I'm not really going to fight them or fight as them throughout this game. Because we've proven that Willie is the best here, and this is the final championship, so after this, I'm guessing this LP is going to be over. So, Homer. He is a character that doesn't, do the whole run around the middle or chase you thing a lot. In fact, he really loves to run around in the outside of it. He loves to run around in the corners and the sides of this giant ring. Now, the best opportunity against people like him, because there are a few like him, is to basically drop weapons everywhere. Spread them out. For certain characters, in fact the majority of them, you stack them on a pile and then you have them either chase you into it or just let them just run into it like fucking idiots. But for characters like Homer, you have to spread them out. You have to spread them into the corners, into the sides, where they will usually run around and like completely be fucking idiots and get hurt by them. You gotta take note though that they are kind of random in their movement. And for the most part, they won't actually walk into the traps, so you should stop and move around. So, you gotta be, you know, cautious of that. The worst part is that Homer, I guess, has healing? I don't know. He does heal, like, twice in these fights. And especially in this fight. But here's the thing, I don't know if it actually heals him. 'Cause look, it doesn't increase his health. It makes him bigger, but it doesn't make him increase his health. So is it really healing or just making him bigger? Which I guess would make him a bit stronger maybe? I don't know. But I can tell you this, there are no characters that can actually heal themselves. Homer cannot heal himself. So, once again, like, if you find this walkthrough on the internet that tells you about what you should do, what characters should be for these championships, and what the majority of the moves are for these characters,
Let's go.
you will find a lot of false information for the most part, because that walkthrough tells you that Homer can heal himself with that move, but he can't. He makes himself bigger, but it's not a healing move. And he also tells you that Moe would be a great fighter for the second championship, and for the this championship, the third one. Using Flanders is a must because of his ability to resurrect. Now, well, I can see that being a thing that I can agree with, because, you know, Resurrection's a bit of a overpowered piece of shit move to do. The thing is, a lot of his suggestions and what he's been saying have been lies. So, a walkthrough that is pretty trusted with this game
None of this is real.
is actually...
Diplomas.
That's a great line right there by our good doctor. But, yeah. The walkthrough was a lying piece of cunt, and it's one of the best walkthroughs of Simpsons Wrestling. So that's not good news. That someone out there would actually fail on making a decent walkthrough for this game. A decent text walkthrough. In fact, I haven't seen any kind of good, decent video footage of these championships and such. Oh god, he's turning into Psycho Homer. He's turning into Crazy Homer. Look out! Gotta make sure he has TV and beer. And he's gonna stand on that rake. He's contemplating on what to do with our body. And now he's becoming big. Which I'll beat the shit out of and make him shrink. Because that's a thing. So yeah, this game. When it comes to walkthroughs, I have not seen a good one. I've seen like a sort of speedrun, I guess? Sort of like a look through some guy playing through this bad game on multiplayer. But it wasn't very good. In fact, it was kind of boring. Like, he was apparently a fan of that or something. I don't know. But I will tell you this. We're done with this fight.
I'm so happy. I could kill all your bukes.
And that if it wasn't for that and the fact that I knew about wrestling from the get-go, ever since I actually did some skateboarding, I wouldn't be doing this LP. Anyway, how appropriate of a percentage is that? I'm sure a few people I know will be very happy to know that 69 is in this. Anyway, our next fight is Bart, of course. We fought Homer, now we have to fight Bart. The perfect duo transition. Let's kick his ass. Let's do it.
Groundskeeper Willie versus Bart Simpson.
Do not act so puffed up and proud. Willie's gonna let that air out pronto.
Hey, Haggis Head, turn in your bagpipes. Your tootling days are over.
Toodle. Anyway, this fight is easy because it's basically Bart likes to go in the middle a lot, and that skateboard is like super speed to him, and the computer just becomes dead fucking retarded every time they get super speed. So yeah, Bart is just stupid. His board sucks. Like, it's just there to dodge basically, and maybe deal like a small amount of damage. And because of this little ability I have here with his skateboard, it becomes abusive. Look at this. I'm fucking murdering him.
2, 3.
Just like in his nightmares, I'm murdering him. Yeah, I had to make a reference to that. I had to make a reference to the Treehouse of Horror. I mean, you have to when you see Willie, shirtless and pissed off, fighting against Bart. I mean, that was an actual thing that happened in one of the Treehouse of Horror episodes, with Bart having nightmares about a dead Willie haunting his dreams and shit. So, you have to keep in mind that this is sort of a reference to that episode with the way this is, shown. But, yeah, Bart's an idiot, and this fight is very short, and in fact, I feel like this is actually the shortest fight, and that's very sad.
2, 3. I've never been this happy since I stole my first pig.
So yeah, that's it for the fight. Next is Lisa. How appropriate. Brother and sister. Who's next? Marge after this? It has to be Marge. Maybe Moe. Who knows? Let's have a look at this fight.
Groundskeeper Willie versus Lisa Simpson.
I'll dance a jig on your grave, you little smarty pants.
You're nothing but a wee, sleek, cowering, timorous beastie.
You need to work on those taunts, Lisa. You really need to work on those taunts. But, yeah, Lisa is kinda in the middle. She's like Homer. She likes to run around the sides, but she does like to follow you. I mean, she really likes to follow you. And she also likes to blow her horn a lot. Her saxophone. Yeah, that was a shit joke. Anyway, I had to give her that letter because I want her to just run into all those fucking bear traps. Was it really worth it, Lisa? Was it really worth running into all those bear traps just to get a taunt letter? Apparently it is. I think this is just gonna be a short little fight because, like Bart, he's just gonna run into the middle. And if I wanted to, I can spread it out and just fuck her off while she's running around the corners, trying to do a little trumpet mix and, getting kicked in the nuts. If she had any. But, no, because the second fight actually takes a while due to the fact that, she gets invincibility and she becomes a stubborn bitch. By that I mean, she comes a little smarter. I'm not gonna say she is, but she actually does sometimes do that song, and she does know where the items are usually, and for the most part gets them as soon as they pop up. So, bitch, she is. But yeah. Another thing I want to stress is that, another thing I want to stress is that sometimes, as a dick move, the computer actually, by the way, she has the invincibility now, she'll use it at some point. The computer is, I guess, got a little bit bigger hitbox than me, which is stupid. The reason I say this is because, like, you see this in King. Like when I fight King, you notice that when I'm trying to get these items, it looks like I'm about to get it. It looks like I do get it, but then the computer gets it. Now, we've only seen this with King, but even with Lisa and a few others, in fact everyone, this happens, where they can sometimes get to an item before you, even though you were clearly at it before they got there. As you saw there, it was kind of obvious I made it first, but the computer decided to give it to the computer, and of course, fuck you. But yeah, this fight's almost over. I mean, yeah, she is close to getting that taunt, but let's face it, at this point, she's just being an idiot, and she will lose. She will get her ass kicked, and this fight will be over, because she will run into this at speed, and she will be a freaking idiot with that. And there you go. 1, 2, 3, we're done.
2, 3. You didn't think you could actually win, did you?
Alright, so even though there's no unlockable characters, every time we do these fights, every time we get to this point, like the stopping point, it's always 6 fights before we get to the unlockable character, by the way, 75%. So this is the next. This fight's going to be the next fight, and that means it's going to be unlockable, isn't it? It is. It's Moe, of course. Oh no, it's Moe. So yeah, second unlockable character. Here we go. Let's kick his ass.
Groundskeeper Willie versus Moe Szyslak.
Come here, you great apron-wearing cock. It's slap happy hour.
Guess what? It's ladies' night, you skirt-wearing freak show. I'm gonna take your bagpipes and use them to carve my name in your butt.
Oh shit. That is another great taunt. First Barney, now Moe. Like, seriously. I can talk a lot about the shit that is spouted off these characters sometimes, but Willie does have some good lines. Moe has some, that's like fucking great lines. Barney can have great lines too, and so can Homer. And Burns can be a bit intimidating as well. Like, the dialogue in this game, while some of it is, like a lot of it is bad, there are some good lines. And they're done pretty well. Again, there are some really weak, shitty lines that are basically laughable more than threatening and like actual something you would say to intimidate or be an asshole to a wrestler.
1, 2,
But the taunts that are said by Moe and such are really good. So, I actually like this game in a way for actually having good taunts. And that's saying something considering this game is universally hated by everyone. I will say this is worse than some skateboarding, but I will say there are some good qualities to this game. The design isn't that bad, considering it's PS1. The way the game plays isn't a complete piece of shit, and this game can be really challenging, even though it's really stupid and cheap, so, you know. That's it for this fight.
2, 3. Ugh, don't feel bad for losing. I was wrestling wolves back when you were at your mother's teat.
And there you go. That is it for this part. Next time we'll actually complete the championship circuit. I'll call it championship circuit since I want to say it. So yeah, we're nearly done with this game. We're getting close. So next time we're completing this shit. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys in the finale, hopefully, of this game.